Hello, and welcome to another online session with the Acuity STAR application for clinical faculty of the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry. My name is Paul, and today I will be showing you how to continue to import my common CV data. So if you have not already watched the first video in this two-part session of how to validate my common CV data, how to clear draft records, how to create the export file, please refer back to that first video. This session does assume that you've already created your STAR extract and you're ready to access the common CV system. So I'm going to log in. I apologize, sometimes this website has a fair bit of delay processing between menus, so there might be some time in between clicks to when we see something change. So I already have a common CV account. If you don't, then please follow their process to register. Keep in mind that this is an external website. It is not part of Western, and it's not part of Schulich. So that's just in case there are questions or you need support or anything like that. What I'm going to do is, prior to doing anything, I'm going to export what I already have. This creates a backup file in case of catastrophic errors or anything that happens. You are able to go back to where from your starting point. So all I've done is clicked on Transfer Export, click the Export button, and it's created the file for me. So that's taking existing common CV data, creating a backup file. Now I'm going to import, and simply click the Browse button. Navigate to where your file is, and in this case it's under Temp Common CV. This is the file that I've created from STAR. So this is my session 1 of these two videos. That's where you're getting that information from. Click Import, and then you can click Import, but what I would recommend, highly recommend, is to click the Parse button. What that does is it scans this file, first of all making sure that it's accurate, and although you very likely could get some warning messages at the top, so this is saying that 12 unrecognized fields have been identified. We're working through this section. I cannot find where this is not being imported. So these warnings and messages, I still am able to import data. So like I said, this is an external website. So I'm not clear on what these errors are. However, I still do see things being imported. This wizard and this menu here allows you to select the sections that you'd like to import. Again, this all came from STAR. So if I click on Select All, what it does is put a check mark down everything. So in effect, I am going to import all of these sections. It's telling me there are about 24 records. This gives you an indication of how many pieces of information you're going to be importing. And the bulk of things will be research funding contributions, your presentations, publications. This tends to be the very repetitive. You could have 75 publications to import, things like that. This is where the time savings comes from. Putting your data in STAR, making sure it's accurate in STAR, validating it, clearing the draft records, creating the export, and then importing it into here really does save you some time. Click the Import button. It does give you a warning, and it will overwrite the data that may already exist. And again, being an external website, you might not. It might not actually overwrite things. It might create new records. But again, I can't see this evidence of this happening. So I would be careful to when you do this this part, which is why I recommend creating the export file from Common CV in the first place. So you get a message saying import has been completed. Please select your funding or generic CV to view the updates. So clicking on generic, this is where most of the data will be validated. So what has happened is it's taken and gone through. There are some errors, and that is because the restrictions and the requirements for Common CV are a lot tighter than the STAR application. So you often can have things that end up being inaccurate or incomplete, I think would be the better way to describe this. So right now it's saying that I haven't recorded, or I have an improper telephone and an improper email, and those two pieces as part of contact information are required. If I scan down this list, I'm looking at the green check marks. I'm looking at the green check marks. I'm looking at the green check marks. Everything looks really, really good. It will tell you if there's nothing there. So in this case, I have nothing declared as a PubMed article. I have journal articles. I don't have journal issues. I've got books and book chapters, etc. At this point, I think I will wrap up the video. What I would recommend very, very strongly is leaving you some time in terms of backing, when having a due date for applying for funding. Getting this information done, it does take a little bit of time, and give yourself some ability and some time so you're not scrambling at the last minute to get this information completed. Thanks. Have a good day.